Welcome back friends. In this video we are going to understand a very simple yet very useful feature which is group, ungroup and further subtotal option. Now what is this? I will have to make you explain with the help of an example. Here the data is not that appropriate. What happens if you have got plenty of column data? Here it's up to h only, or let's say if it is more than h, then it is very hard to manage. So we can use group option. How? You need to do the selection like this, where the column is mentioned like A, B, C, D, which is the representation of column. So you need to do a selection from here. Remember, you need not to do the selection from here. This is an incorrect kind of selection. So you will have to do the selection where A, B, C, D is written. So from here, let's say I want to create a group from A till E. So I will do the selection like this. We'll go to data, and from here you may see a group option. So simply you can click on group option. Okay, so you may see 1, 2 is coming. 1 is the first level. If I will click on 1, then this is the collapse button. So you may see that this data will be synchronized, and if I will click on this plus button, then you will be able to see this data once again. So this is the first level, this is the second level. Now let's say within this particular group I want to create further subgroup. So I will do the selection like this from B till D, and then again click on group. So further group has been created. You may see now there are 3 levels, 1, 2, 3, first, second and third. So 3 levels has been created. Now from G till L there is another group. So I have made a selection, will click on group. Another group has been created, and from I to K I want to create another subgroup. So I have made a selection and will click on group. So another subgroup has been created. Similarly, you can create as many group as you want to according to your data. Now the good part is, if I will click on individually, I can minimize this and can expand this, and if I will click on one, then each and every group is going to be in the minimized manner. Then second label the group will be expand, and if I will click on 3, which is the final label, everything will be expand. So if you have got plenty of data and which is hard to manage, then you can create a group, and after that let's say you have a work on this second group. So I will minimize this group and I will work on this particular group. Now how to remove this grouping? For that, ungroup option is being used. How to ungroup this? Now for this you will have to do a selection similar to what I have shown you. Now you need to do a selection. You may do an extra column selection, that's not be a problem, but you should not do a less selection. Let's say if I will do the selection up till L, then there is a problem. So I have made a selection from A up till 9, so that's absolutely fine. I will click on ungroup. Now we have created on 2 levels, so still it is there, you may see 1 and 2. Then I will click on ungroup once again. So data is as it was in the initial stage. Now you can create a group column wise, you can create a group row wise as well. So I have selected this data, let's say from 2 row till 12, and will click on group. So you may see group has been created. Now for the subgroup, if I want to create, let's say from 4 till 8, I will select and will click on group once again. Subgroup has been created. For the subgroup also you can create. I am not creating this. Hopefully you have understood. Now if I need to ungroup this, once again you need to do a selection like this and will simply click on ungroup. So this data has been ungrouped. Now more than grouping and ungrouping, there is one important option which is subtotal, which is being used quite often. Now this is not an appropriate data to make you understand subtotal. Let me go to a data. Let's say here it is SUMIF. Now this is an appropriate data, but then again there is no consistency in this data. You may see what are the field name. First one is a name, then city, region, employment type. However, in the city Gurgaon is there, then Noida, then Delhi, then Faridabad. But if I will scroll down, you may see Gurgaon once again. So this is not an appropriate data. There should be a consistency in the data, like all the Gurgaon should be one after another. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to set my cursor over here, going for this sort option like this. Now once I have done the sorting, you may see all the data has been synchronized. Now if I want to do a subtotal based on city, so I have created a data consistency in city column. Okay, the next thing what I need to do, my cursor should be within the data anywhere, then I need to go to subtotal. Now from subtotal it is asking at each change in which particular field. Now by default it is selecting the first field, which is name. I'm going to do a selection of city because that's the column which I am focusing on. Function I'm going to use sum, and where I want the sum to come, that is in sales unit. So absolutely correct. Rest of the thing will remain as it is, and then click on OK. Now you may see here all Delhi and here it's Delhi total which is coming. Now again here it's Faridabad, and here you may see Faridabad total is coming. So that's the subtotal of city which has been created. Now here you may see a group has been created 1 2 3 on 3 level. If I'm going to click on, let's say, 2, then you may see all city total. Then if I'm going to click on 1, then you may see a grand total. 3 is going to expand. Individually or manually you can collapse it or minimize it. Okay, now how to remove this? Very careful, you should not use ungroup option in order to remove subtotal. Your cursor need to be within the data. Once again, click on subtotal and then you need to click remove all. It's very simple. Now let's say I don't want to create a subtotal based on city, rather I want to create a subtotal based on a region. So my cursor is in region. I'm going for sorting once again. You may go for ascending or otherwise descending order. So I am going for ascending order. Now data has been organized based on the region. So my cursor is within the data, once again going for the subtotal option. Here rather than city I am selecting region and click on OK. You may see a subtotal based on region has been created. Now if I will click on second level, you may see or region total is coming, first grand total, and 3 everything is expanded. Similarly you can do it for employment type as well. So this is a very useful tool when you are going to organize a data. Let me remove this. Again clicking on subtotal, simply clicking on remove all, it's going to be removed. So this is how group, ungroup, subtotal option is being used in Excel. This is it for the video. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.